Let's go to page 179 and start with number 1. Okay, factor completely. So you got x squared minus ax plus 7. Okay, so you go through the checklist. So step 1, step 2, step 3, and you're going to get to step 4. Okay, so master product, the way it works is that this number came from adding and this came from multiplying. So you want to find a combination that give you that two numbers will give you that. So you put it, so this is called a master product. So put a negative 8 over here, put 7 over here, and you want to find a combination. So again, this came from adding, this came from multiplying. Okay, so in order to get negative, just go and start it, just start with 1, 2, 3. It's quicker that way. So negative 1 comma negative 7. So negative 1 times negative 7 gives you positive 7, and when you add, you get negative 8. So this, the first try, you got it already. Okay. So again, so master product is a reverse of the for your method. So we have to do that. We have to undo the f first, right? The first time. So x times x give you x squared, and so now you have to figure out which is inside and outside. Now, because if there's no number in front, whatever you see, you just put in here, and that's it. Okay. So again, when the coefficient is 1, it's very simple. Whatever you see, that's it. Okay. Let's go to number 3. So you got t squared plus 9t plus 18. So you can go through the checklist. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Okay. So step 4, again, get your 9 over here. So this is for adding, and this is for multiplying. Okay. So you can start with combination 1 times 18. Okay. But this, remember, you have to multiply to get a number. You have to add to get this number. So you try 2 and 9, no, 3 and 6, and that's it, right? 3 times 6 give you 18, 3 plus 6 give you 9. So get 2 sets of parentheses. So undo the first term, so you need to get t and the t. And because there's no number in front, the coefficient is 1. So whatever you see, just put in here. So it'd be just plus 3 plus 6. And the reason you want to do this, because if you're just skipping the number all over the place, you're gonna have a hard time. You're not gonna know if you miss a number or if it's not factorable. Okay, so that's why you want to go through the list. That way you know that you didn't skip any number, and that way if none of them match, then it's not factorable. Okay, number 5, you got u squared plus 16u plus 28. Okay, so again, go through the steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So this 16, 28. So 1, 28, 2, 14, and that's it, right? 2 times 14 is 28, and 2 plus 14 is 16, right? Again, this is add. This came from adding, this came from multiplying. So get 2 sets of parentheses. First, undo the first term. So u times u give you u squared. There's no coefficient, so whatever you see, just put in here. And that's it. Okay. Okay, number 7. U squared plus 12u plus 36. Okay, so step 1, common factor cannot. So let's try step 2. Notice this is square, this is a square. So let's try to see if this works. Okay. So again, from this you get that, from this you get that, right? And check 2 times 6 is 12. Yeah, okay. So this is step 2. Okay. Again, make sure you go through the steps. Okay, let's go to number 9. Okay, you got x squared minus 9x plus 12. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So negative 9, 12. Now because it's negative, so we need to use negative to get that, right? So you got negative 1, negative 12, negative 2, negative 6, negative 3, negative 4. And after that, you don't have to try anymore because the rest is just reverse, right? Okay. So this one, again, just reverse. So you can actually stop right over here. And since this one nothing match and you didn't miss any number, so this is not factorable. Okay. And it tells you if the if the polynomial is prime, so stay. So this is prime. Okay, so this one is not factorable. And that's the reason you want to go to the list. If you skip all the place, then you're not going to know if it's prime or if you miss the number that you need. Okay, let's go to 11. You got 12s squared plus s minus 1. So you can go through the checklist. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Now there's a number in front, so it makes things a little bit complicated now. Okay. So again, coefficient is 1. Now master product is you have to multiply this together. Before we don't have to worry about it because it's 1. Because there's no number means it's 1. 1 times whatever is whatever, right? But now there's a number, so you have to multiply. So your master product is negative 12. Okay, so you have to multiply these two together to get this number. So now you go and do the breakdowns. So again, 1 comma negative 12, 2 comma negative 6, 3 comma negative 4, 4 comma negative 3, and this is the one, right? 4 times negative 3 give you negative 12, 4 plus negative 3 give you positive 1. Okay, so now you're going to undo. So again, master product is a reverse of the FOIL method. So you're going to undo the first term first. Okay, so again, you always start with the smallest and the biggest. Okay, so you have to think. Okay, so remember this is the FOIL method. This is the O and the I, the outside and the inside. So 12 times what will give you one of these numbers? Then this is none, right? So 12 times something will not give you that. So this is not it. Okay, so now you go to the next one. So you got 2s and 6s. Okay, so you can ask yourselves. You always use the biggest number first. So 6 times what will give you these numbers? The answer is none. So again, this is not going to work. So you have to try the next one. So 3s and 4s. Okay, so this is your inside term. So this is going to be inside, right? So it will be plus 1, right? 4 times 1 give you 4. That's your inside. And this will be the outside. So it will be minus 1. Okay, so again, 4 times 1 give you 4. 3 times negative 1 give you negative 3. So this is your inside. This is your outside. Okay, you always use the biggest number first. Always use the big number first. Okay, do not use this first. And so this is it. Okay, let's go to 13. So you got 30 minus x squared. So this in a way is kind of bad. So let's go and rearrange the terms. So negative x squared minus x plus 30. The sign go along with the number. So this is positive, so it will be positive. This is negative, negative. This is negative. Okay. Now when you do the factoring, okay, don't try to factor with a leading coefficient as negative. Okay. Most likely something is going to go wrong. So that's going to factor out the negative 1. So you get x squared plus x minus 30. So go and factor out the negative 1 first. So now we can do the step 4. Okay, so 1, negative 30. Okay, so you get 1, negative 30. So 1 comma negative 30, 2 comma negative 15, 3 comma negative 10, 4 comma 5, negative 6. So 6 comma negative 5. So this is the one. Okay, so you got negative 1 times. So again, you can break into 2 sets of parentheses. So you need to get x and the x. So because there's no coefficient here now, so you can, whatever you see, you can just put in here. So plus 6 minus 5. Okay. The next thing you want to do is, you don't want to have a negative 1 hanging out in the front. So again, negative is used to switch the subtraction. So when you use this times that, you're going to give you 5 minus x. Now because you put an x in the back, you want to switch these. Okay. So it becomes kind of uniform. And the addition you can switch, right? Because addition is commutative, right? And so that's it. So again, negative is to switch the subtractions. So use this to switch these. And the addition you can just switch anytime, right? And so that's your answer. Okay, let's go to 15. Okay, you got x squared minus xy minus 20y squared. Okay, so you can go through the checklist. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So master product. So don't worry about the y. If there's a variable in the front, you put a variable in the front. If there's a variable in the back, you just put variable in the back. So you just focus on the coefficient. So it'll be negative 1, negative 20. Okay. Now, if you know if you can see the combination right away, you can just jump right into it. If you cannot, just go through the list. Okay. So 1, negative 20, 2, negative 10, 3, 4, negative 5, and that's it, right? So you get two set parentheses. So you have to undo that first term, so it'll be x, right? And because there's no coefficient, so whatever you see is whatever you put down. So it'll be plus 4 minus 5. But because there's a variable in the back, so you have to put variable in the back. Okay, and you can check, right? 4y times negative 5y will give you minus 20y squared. Okay, so again, remember, if there's a variable in the back, you put a variable in the back. If there's a variable in the front, you put a variable in the front. Okay, let's go to 17. At 18 minus 3x minus x squared. Okay, so you can first rearrange the terms and go and factor out the negative 1. Okay, double check, okay. Then go through the steps, so step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So you start with 1, negative 18, 2, negative 9, 3, negative 6. And from here you can see that you're going to get negative 3. So the number is correct, but the sign is opposite. So you try 6, negative 3. Okay, and I like to circle that so I kind of remind me that, okay, this is a 1. Okay, so first break up the first term. So you need to have x and x. And because there's no coefficient here, whatever you see is whatever you put down. So it would be plus 6 minus 3. But again, you don't want to have a negative 1 hanging around in the front. So you're going to use the negative to switch that. So you're going to get 3 minus x. Now, because you put x in the back, you want to be consistent. So you want to switch this, so make 6 plus x. Okay, let's go to number 19. Now, if you're really good with factoring, you can factor directly from here, but I will not recommend it. It's very easy to make careless mistakes. So I would recommend you just go and factor out the negative 1 and do the regular factoring. Okay, let's go to number 19. You have 2t squared plus 5t plus 2. Okay, so you can go through the steps. So you need to go to step 4, master product, so it would be 5. Now there's a number in front, so that means your master product is going to be 4. Right? 2 times 2 gives you 4. So your combination will be 1, 4. So you're going to get t, 2t. Again, you always use a big number first, so you always do the inside. So that means 2 times something not going to give you 1. So obviously this cannot be the inside, so this has to be the inside and this has to be outside. Okay? So to get 4, I need to plus 2, right? 2 times 2 give me 4. Okay? Again, 2 times 2 give me 4, and 1 times 1 give me 1, right? So inside 2 times 2 is 4, outside 1 times 1 is 1. Okay. But first you get your correct combination, and you can see what goes on here. Okay, let's go to 21. You have 6 plus 5t minus 6t squared. Again, you can factor directly from here in this way, but probably is, to avoid careless mistakes, let's go and rearrange the terms and go and factor out the negative 1. Okay, and then use your master product. So it'd be negative 5, negative 36. Okay, so go 1, negative 36, 2, negative 18, 3, negative 12, 4, negative 9, and this is it, right? So again, if you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, it's very quick. Okay, so again, to break down the 6t squared, let's try t and 6t. So 6 times something equal to 4, no. 6 times something equal to negative 9 cannot, right? So that means this is not correct. So let's try the next one. Let's try 2t and 3t, right? So again, 2 times 3 give you 6, right? So first you have to take care of that first term. Okay, so you can see that now it's going to work because this will be the inside, okay? So 3 times something give you negative 9, so it would be minus 3. So this is the inside, so this would be the outside. I like to write the I and O to help me to keep track, to visualize. So the outside is 4, so I need to get plus 2 here. Right, again, inside, 3 times negative 3 give me negative 9. Outside, 2 times 2 give me 4. Okay? So now, again, you don't want to have a negative hanging around out here. So you can go and multiply. So again, negative is used to switch the subtractions. Okay? Now, you put a t in the back, so you want to do the same with this one. Okay? And that's it. Okay? Like I say, when you become more expert, you can do it directly from here to here. So your master product will be 5, negative 36. Okay? And so you're going to end up with 9, comma, negative 4. Okay? And then you kind of have to learn how to break these things up. Okay? But again, so it's better to just do like the way we do it. Okay? Okay, let's go to 23. You have 4s minus 5s squared plus 1. Okay, so you can rearrange the terms. So minus 5s squared plus 4s plus 1. Factor out the negative 1. So you got 5s squared minus 4s minus 1. Then step 4, master product. You're going to get negative 4, negative 5. So do 1, comma, negative 5. Okay, so you're going to get s, 5s. So this one is going to, so this will have to be the inside, so it will be minus 1. 5 times negative 1. So 5 times minus 1 give you the inside. And this will be plus 1, give you the outside. Okay? So again, don't let the negative 1 hang out over here. So use a negative to switch the subtraction. So you're going to get 1 minus s. Now because you put s in the back, you want to be consistent. So you want to use 1 plus 5s. Okay, let's go to 25. Okay, you have 5x squared minus 8x plus 4. So go to the step. Step 1, 2, 3. Okay, go to step 4. So you're going to get negative 8, and you're going to get master product 20. Okay, so you need to use negative 1, negative 20, negative 2, negative 10, 3 cannot. So negative 4, negative 5. And after that, it's going to just switch over. So it'll be negative 5, negative 4, negative 10, negative 2, negative 20, negative 1. Okay. Now, you can just kind of stop right over here because they are symmetrical, right? Okay. Notice none of this is going to match. Again, the reason you want to go in order, that way you know that you didn't skip anything and none of them is going to match. That means this is a prime. Okay. It's not factorable. Okay, let's go to 27. Yeah, 6u squared minus 2uv minus v squared. Okay, so you can go through your steps. So it will be step 4, master product. So it will be negative 2, and this will be negative 6. Okay, so 1 comma negative 6, 2 comma negative 3. And after that, you're going to get 3 comma negative 2. You're going to 6, negative 1. None of these match that, so then this is a prime. Okay. Okay, let's go to 29. You got 2x squared plus 7x minus 15. So you can go through the steps. So step 4, master product would be 7, and you need to get negative 30. Okay. So 1 comma negative 30, 2 comma negative 15, 3 comma negative 10. So by the time you get here, you know that you're going to get negative 7. So the number match, but the sign is wrong. So you go 10, negative 3. Okay, and this would be the correct one. So first, undo the first term. So you're going to get x and 2x. I like to put a big number on the second one. So by looking at that, you know that this has to be the inside. Okay, and this will be the outside. because 2 times something will never equal to -3, right? Again, we only deal with integer. So 2 times 5, right? 2 times 5 give you 10, okay? 2 times 5 give you 10. So that's the inside, and the outside, 1 times -3. 1 times -3 give you -3. Okay. That's it. Okay, let's go to number 31. Yes, 6t squared plus t minus 15. Okay, so you can go through your steps. So this would be step 4. So it would be 1, -90. Okay. And again, if you know the combination, you can go straight to it. You're going to get 10, -9, right? But if you don't, it's easy. If you don't see it right away, it's easier. Just go down the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So again, 10 times -9 give you -90. When you add, give you that, right? Okay. So you can start with t and 6t. So 6 times something give you 10, cannot. 6 times something give you -9, cannot. So you go to the next one, you get 2t and 3t. So 3 times something give you 10, no. 3 times something give you -9, yes. So this would be the inside, so it'd be -3. 3 times -3 give you -9. So again, this is your inside, and this would be the outside. So it'd be +5. 2 times 5 give you 10. Okay, and that's it. Okay, let's go to 33. Okay, you got 14y squared minus 11y plus 9. So go through the steps. Okay, so step 4, master product. So -11, and this one you can use calculator. So 14 times 9. Okay, 126. Okay. Okay, so that's going to try the combinations, right? -1, -126, -2, -63. Okay, -3, so it'd be -42. Now, -4 is not going to work because 4 is twice as that. This would be half of that, so it's not going to work. 5 cannot. So 6, yes. So this is twice as that, so this would be half of that. This is our reason you want to list them all. Once you do a few of this, it will be very easy to get to it. Okay. Okay. Now 7, -7. Yes, because this is 1/3 of that. This is 1/3 of that, so it would be 3 times that would be -18. Okay. Okay, and -9. From here, we know it's going to be -14. Okay. And after that, that's it. After that, it's going to be reversed. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So once you get -14, it's going to be, after that it's going to be just switched. So none of this is going to match that -11. So this is a prime. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 35. Yes, 6h squared minus 7hk minus 20k squared. Okay, so you can go through the steps. So this is step 4. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So you're going to get -7 and -120. So you can master product, you have to multiply it together. Okay, so you start with 1, -120, 2, -60, 3, -40. Now, once you start to get 4, right? This is twice as that, so this will be half of that. So use that technique; it's very quick. So 5, -24. Now, when you do 6, right? Look at the 3. So this is twice as that, so this would be half of that. Okay, 7, 8. So 8 again. Look at the 4. This is twice as that, so this would be half of that. Okay, so now, once you get that, that's it, right? Okay, so get 2 sets of parentheses. So you can do the h, 6h first. 6 times something give you 8, no, cannot. 6 times something give you 15, cannot. So this is not it. So you go to the next combination. So 3 times something give you 8, no. 3 times something give you 15, yes. So this will be the inside, and this will be the outside, okay? So you need to get negative 5, right? 3 times negative 5 give you negative 15. So that's your inside. This is the outside, so it'd be plus 4, right? 2 times 4 give you 8, okay? But you have to be careful. There's a k in the back, so you need to get the k in the back, okay? And that's it. Okay. Let's go to 37. Okay, you got 4x to the 4 minus 9x to the 2. Okay, so step 1, common factor, you can factor the x squared. So you're going to get 4x squared minus 9. Then you go to step 2. This is a difference of square, so you factor into conjugates. So you're going to get 2 times 2 give you 4. X times x give you x squared. Plus times minus give you minus. 3 times 3 give you 9. And that's it. So again, every problem, you make sure you go through the steps. Okay, let's go to number 39. Okay, you got 6x to the 3 plus x squared minus x. So step 1, common factor, so factor out the x. So you got 6x squared plus x minus 1. Then you go to step 2, no. Step 3, no. Step 4. So it'd be 1, negative 6. Okay, so 1 comma negative 6, 2 comma negative 3, 3 comma negative 2. And this is it. Okay, so you can break it down. So you got x, 6x. So 6 times something equal to 3. No, cannot. 6 times something equal to negative 2. Cannot. So this is the wrong one. So you go to the next one, 2x and 3x. So 3 times something equal to 3. Yes, so this is the inside. So it'll be plus 1. Right? Again, 3 times 1 give you 3. That's the inside. That's the outside. Remember, master product is a reverse of the FOIL method. You want to undo the FOIL method. So this is your F, then this is your O, I, and then you have the L, right? So let's do the outside. So you need to get minus 1. 2 times minus 1 give you minus 2, right? And you also can check, right? The L is positive 1 times negative 1 give you negative 1, right? So you can, so that's F, O, I, L, right? For your method. Okay, let's go to 41. You got x to the 4 minus y to the 4. So step 1, common factor cannot. Step 2, difference of square, so it's yes. So you're going to get x squared times x squared plus times minus y squared times y squared. Okay, so this is done, but this one you can factor one more time. And this is the reason I like to write the plus first before the minus, because that way I can run up this one and then I can expand this one. Okay. So you can plus minus, right? So it'd be x, x plus minus y, y. Okay. And that's it. Okay, let's go to 43. Yeah, x to the 4 minus 5x squared plus 4. Okay, so again, step 1, common factor cannot. Step 2, step 3, step 4. So master product, even though you have a square and the 4th power, so you don't worry about it, okay? It's going to work out. You just focus on the coefficient. So you're going to get negative 5 and the 4. So you're going to get negative 1 comma negative 4. Right? You can multiply, you get that, add, you get that. Okay, now when you're doing the x to the 4, you have to break into the x squared and x squared. Okay, and so there's no coefficient, so whatever you see is whatever you put down. Okay, so you're going to get minus 1, minus 4. Okay, now whenever you have a square, you have to keep checking. Okay, so again, see you have the square, you have to keep checking. Once you have no more square, then you're done. Notice you should be able to recognize all these difference of square. So this one you can factor into x plus 1, x minus 1. This one you can factor into x plus 2, x minus 2. Okay, so you should be able to recognize the difference of square easily by now. Okay, let's go to 45. Okay, you have x squared plus 1 over 6x minus 1 over 6. Now, when you have fraction, first what you want to do is you want to go and factor out a fraction, okay? So notice you got 1/6, right? So factor out 1/6, okay? And you need to go and check. So when you factor out 1/6 means you dividing, okay? So you need to put 6x squared of it. You can check. 1/6 times 6 give you 1, right? So do a quick check, okay? So you can do a quick. A lot of people get messed up on factoring out a fraction. So when you factor a fraction, just do a quick check. So this times I give you that. Okay, 1/6 times 1 give you 1/6. 1/6 times -1 give you that. So do a quick check. And after that, let's go and factor these. Okay, so that's your step 4. So 1, -6, right? So 1, -6, 2, -3, 3, -2, and that's it, right? Okay, so again, so you have to undo this one first, and so if you try x and 6x, right, this is not going to work. 6 times something not going to give you 3 or -2. So do the next one. So 2x and 3x. Now it's going to work. This is going to be the inside, and this will be the outside. So this one, okay, so this would be +1. 3 times 1 give you 3, and this would be -1. Okay, 2 times -1 give you -2. Okay, now you have to deal with the 1/6, right? Now that's the easy way to do this. Notice there's a 2 and 3, right? So you want to make 1/6 into 1/2 and 1/3. Okay. Okay. So see the 2 and 3. So you want to break in 2 and 3. Okay. So that way you can multiply this with this. Multiply this with this. Okay. So I'm going to do extra steps to show you what I'm talking about. So you can do this. Okay. Okay. Now you don't have to do this step. You can just do it mentally. From here, you can just multiply. But I'm doing extra step. So when you distribute, you're going to get x plus 1/2. When you distribute, you're going to get x minus 1/3. Okay, and that's it. Okay, let's go to 47. Okay, you have 1.21 x squared plus 0.88 x plus 0.16. So when you have decimal, probably better to go and convert into fraction. So this will be 121 over 100 x squared plus 88 over 100 x plus 16 over 100. Okay, now don't simplify. Okay, don't simplify. Now what you want to do is you're going to factor out. You're going to factor out 1 over 100. Okay, so that way you get 121 x squared plus 88 x plus 16. Okay, and then from here, you can see that this is the perfect square. Okay, so to get 121, you need to get 11. 11 squared give you 121. X squared give you x squared, right? To get 16, you need to plus 4 and double check, right? So plus match. Number 2 times 4 is 8 times 11 is 88, so it match. So now we have to put this back in here. Okay, to put this back in here, I'm going to break into 1 over 10. Okay, and I'm going to break this into 11x plus 4, 1 over 10, 11x plus 4, right? That's what square means 2 of these, right? So when you distribute, okay, you're going to get 1.1x plus 0.4. Okay, 1.1x plus 0.4, right? 11 over 10 is 1.1. 4 over 10 is 0.4. And then after that, you can put it back together. Okay. And that's it. Now, if you're very good with decimal, you can recognize that right away. Okay, you can do that. You can recognize this is a 1.1 square. Okay, 1.1 square give you 1.21. X squared give you x squared, and 0.16 will give you 0.04. Right, 0.04 square give you 0.16. And you can check plus match. Number 2 times 0.4 give you 0.8 times 1.1 give you 0.88, and that's it. Again, so it depends on your level of expertise. If you don't catch that, you just have to do it the long way. Okay. Okay, let's go to 49. Okay, looking for the GCF. So you got x squared plus x minus 6, and you have x squared minus 4x plus 4. So you have to do the factoring. So you're going to get x, again, go through the steps, okay? So it'd be plus 3 minus 2. This one you're going to get x minus 2 squared, okay? And so the GCF would be, see what they have in common, and you will take the lower exponent. So this is what they have in common, so it would be x minus 2. That's it. So again, I kind of skipped the steps of how to do this, so you kind of have to go through the steps of doing the factoring, okay? So 51. You have the z cubed minus 4z, and you have z cubed minus 2z squared, and you have the z cubed minus z squared minus 2z. Okay, so again, you can factor z, so you got z squared minus 4, then you can factor z plus 2, z minus 2. This one you can factor the z squared, okay. This one you can factor the z, and then you can factor out the z minus 2, z plus 1. Now you compare, so you're going to, your GCF, okay, see what I have in common. So you got z minus 2, z minus 2, z minus 2. And you got z squared, so you're going to have the z, right, that's how I have in common. Again, you take the lower one, and you got z minus 2. Okay, and that's your answer. Okay, so you can do all the factoring and you check what they have in common. Okay, let's go to 53. Okay, you have x minus y. You got x squared minus y squared. You got x cubed minus y cubed. Okay, so this one you cannot do anything. This one is x plus y. X minus y. So right away, you know it's going to be this one, right? This one you factor, you're going to get x minus y, x squared plus xy plus y squared. So again, from here you can see GCF equal to x minus y. Okay.